everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Aaron, if you don't know me. And today we got a care package from Wizkids. We're going to open up, and it includes a House of X Fast Forces, the Play at Home kit, which I believe includes a rogue figure and a map. We're going to check that out. And we got a brick that we're going to open up and see some new figures, and hopefully we pull a chase. So let's start off with, we'll move that off to the side. Let's start off with the Play at Home kit. Wolverine's got to move too. Wolverine's kind of in the way. So we're going to start off with the Play at Home kit. Check out what's inside. Hopefully we pull, hopefully the rogue is nice looking sculpt. I know it's a fan favorite. Yeah, there we go. I'll put it here, rogue. Looks pretty neat. We got a map. Two-sided maybe? Looks like it. We'll check that out. Well, while pulling that out, you can check out rogue. I'm gonna go ahead and open the rogue up too. Oh, look at these. These are like super gridded for ease of, I think this was for ease of online play, I believe it was. So, whoa. Let's not rip it. So it's two-sided. You can see the grids are numbered K12, J12, L12. Pretty cool there. See, is this way better? So we got two sides. This Otherworld castle, and then this other side is Krakoa. So we got Krakoa map. So the outdoor with all the hindering and the elevator. Oh, this Krakoa looks a lot like the giant size X-Men Krakoa. It must be like a throwback to it. That's pretty cool. So that's cool. Definitely a nice two-player map there. And we got rogue. Go ahead and open rogue up. So this is the LE limited edition figure for the Play at Home number 100. So we'll put her. You can look at that while I read this. She's got Excalibur Mystical Protectors. This is Mystics, but only triggers during range attacks. Rogue has protected Mystics. We stopped the monsters. We sealed the whatever that was. Whenever Rogue KOs an opposing bystander, after resolutions KO all opposing bystanders. Wow. I killed him. Sideline active. When friendly character named Rogue KOs a higher point opposing character, roll a d6. If the KO'd character was 100 plus points, increase the result by +1. On a 6+, you may replace that rogue with this character. Alright. And she's got the new team ability, Cosmic Energy, which is basically Power Cosmic, and the X-Men team ability. So, go ahead and put that there. You guys to see. Now I'm going to check out the sculpt while you read that card. Pretty nice sculpt. She almost looks like Morph turned into her, or she's dead or something. Then here's the back of the card for people who want to see the dial. Alright, so pretty cool. Play at Home kit. I'm happy to see that. And it's cool that Wizkids is doing things to help players have fun playing at home. People who want to set up like video games through Skype or other Zoom. Everybody's living in the world of Zoom right now. You know, they can do that, and the gridded map helps it easier to call out things like, you know, moving to A12, moving to C12 instead of having to line it up. So I know by now, by the time this video comes out, you guys have probably seen the Fast Forces kit. So we're gonna go through it really quickly. because I'm also dying to get into that that brick. It's gonna just make a huge mess. So here's the figures. So you guys are checking that out. We got two different Beast team up cards. We got one for X-Men theme team and one for Angel, Archangel, Cyclops, Iceman, Jean Grey, and Marvel Girl, which we have in the Fast Forces a Marvel Girl, and of course they're all X-Men. And for the X-Men theme team, if 3+ friendly characters with the X-Men keyword are on the map, Beast and adjacent characters have protected poison. He's got traded stealth with improved movement and targeting for hindering, and he's got a trait 5 steps ahead. When an opposing character takes a free action, give Beast a planning token. You can give him a free action. Remove 2 planning tokens to remove an action token from a friendly character with the X-Men keyword. So it's like a super duper leadership. So we'll check out Beast here, the X-Men theme team. And then for the other team up card, if it has 2+ listed characters on the forest, Beast and listed friendly characters can use the X-Men team ability as free. If 4+ are on the map, when they use it, heal 2 clicks instead. So that's pretty cool. So if you know what the X-Men team ability does, he's got the 5 steps ahead already, and the mutant CIA trait, which he has on the other card. And the back of the card will be the same for all Beast versions. So if you want to check that out, you can. Then also in the Fast Forces, we've got Wolverine, Forge, Sage, another Beast card, which just doesn't have the extra traits. Domino, and Marvel Girl. And then we've got this Krakoan Revival Bystanders, which by now I'm sure you all have seen. So we'll go through really quickly. Mutant CIA trait on Wolverine. X Forces ago. Charge. If Wolverine occupies hindering terrain, place him in a square of hindering within 3 squares in line of fire. And he's got Stop Impervious. There's the back of his card. We've got Marvel Girl, who's got the Mutant CIA power also, or trait. Krakoan Revival, refer to the Krakoan Revival Bystander card, so we'll look at that briefly. Mind Control and Sidestep as a special. A lot of Pulse Wave on that card. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Domino, again with the Mutant CIA trait. Domino has Neo-Responsive War Mitten. It's not a branch. Free, choose 1 power or ability to use this turn. Blades, Claws, Fangs, Precision Strike, or Giant Reach 2. It's like my luck is lesser somehow, like a rabbit foot with the fur worn off. Probability control, but only to reroll 1 die of an attack roll. So pseudo prob. For 25 points, 3 clicks of life, and that kind of prob, that's not too bad. Not too shabby. Forge. Check out Forge. Again with the Mutant CIA trait. Save the best toys for myself. Flight, Plasticity, and Sidestep. If you're looking for toys and stuffed animals, you came to the wrong place. Unique modifier. Other friendly characters that are adjacent or have the X-Men keyword, modify damage +1. Nice. So it's like enhancement or empower, but it doesn't matter what kind of attack. So we have Sage with the Mutant CIA shared trait. Monitoring worldwide for anti-mutant activities. During each opponent's turn, their force can't use the following powers more than once: Outwit, Perplex, or Probability Control, so the big 3 support powers. So it kind of controls that a little bit. Has some outwit and some perplex. 50 points. Not bad. And then we have Krakoan Revival Bystanders. For all characters with this trait, when a friendly character with the X-Men keyword and lower point value would be KO'd by an opposing effect, you may instead choose to turn that character to its starting click and place them adjacent to a friendly character that can use this trait. If you do, your opponent scores that character and generates a bystander on this card, adjacent to any of their characters. Your opponent then scores 10 points for every bystander they generated this game via this trait, regardless of source. So you have there. And I'll give you the bystanders here. Alright. So there's your bystanders. You should have by now got a pretty good look at all of the sculpts. In case you didn't, there you go. Now for the really exciting part, the brick. It's all exciting because whenever you get a new set, it's really fun to see new characters and things, new powers like the Krakoan Revival stuff. We're gonna set these off to the side. The Krakoan Revival trait, the just different characters you maybe haven't seen yet or seen in a while. New abilities that you haven't seen on a character before, things like that. So here we go, first booster. Let's get into it. So we have Hope Summers. Looks like Hope Summers, maybe Psylocke. Is that Calypso? Oh, Moira X, Psylocke, Sinister Clone, and another Psylocke. So we got two Psylocks. We got a common and an uncommon. Hopes are rare. Got the uncommon Moira X, and then we've got the Sinister Clone. So these are all from the House of X. Well, Moira X for sure. Based on the comic from late last year, early this year, House of X or House of 10, whatever you want to call it. I've heard it called both. Where we find out things that like Moira McTaggart is a mutant who can basically change reality whenever, and she keeps being reborn and stuff. So we'll start with Moira. Moira has, I have learned from my many lives, Moira X can use the standard powers printed on her card for lower click numbers. Okay. The uncanny life of Moira X. Moira X isn't a standard character. Moira X takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks, can't be healed, and can't be chosen for Mastermind or Krakoan Revival. Protected Pulse Wave. Alright. Yeah, so she keeps getting reborn. Every time she's reborn, something changes in reality. And Scott Hickman wrote that as a way to kind of consolidate all of the different kinds of X-Men comics into one standard universe. So it's pretty cool. You can see her dial's got all kinds of different powers, and that's supposed to, I'm sure, reflect the different lives that she's lived, so she can use different powers. Pretty neat. Alright. Where's her dial? Here it is. Check out the figure. Pretty cool. We've got a Sinister Clone. Pretty basic. Which one? There are so many of us. Shape change. He's got a shaded shape change. It's got perplex for 25 points. That's awesome. And he's got Battle World other keyword, Marauders, and Scientist. So your Scientist will see a boost in Perplexers. Pretty cool. Which Psylocke is this? The uncommon. So Psylocke's got the mutant CIA trait that we saw on all of the Fast Forces characters. She's got Psychic Mind Blade, which is Blade's Claw's Fangs. And when she hits with a close attack, after resolution, she can use mind control at no cost. She got some Empower, Charge to get in there and use her Blade's Claw's Fangs. That's pretty nice. Always like to see compatible powers like that. Got my lighting kind of messing up there. I don't know if that's better or not. We've got another Psylocke. The common. She's got Jump Little Caterpillar, Fly, Stealth, Sidestep, and Flight, but Passenger 0. And Psionic Katana. Incapacitate, Mind Control. Once per turn when Psylocke uses either and hits after resolution, she can use the other one at no cost. So she can attack twice per turn, just like the uncommon. This one's got Shape Change. The Sidestep. No charge, unfortunately. And she looks pretty similar to the uncommon. Just kind of a different paint job. And lastly, we got the rare Hope Summers. I'll go ahead and put her here. She's got the 5 Hope Summers, so the 5 I'm guessing is gonna be shared trait. When another friendly character is chosen for the Krakoan Revival trait, after resolutions, choose a standard power that character can use. Hope Summers can use that power for this game. That seems good. Psychic power, Duplication, free. Choose up to 3 standard powers that adjacent friendly characters with the X-Men keyword can use. Hope Summers can use those powers until your next turn. Wow. So she gains 3 powers if you're playing different X-Men, which there's a lot of X-Men right now. So in addition to stealth and enhancement, she'll gain 3 powers. So you can gain things like super senses, invincible, you know, shape change, make her really defensive. You can make her really offensive with things like hypersonic speed. I don't think I need the blade. Things like hypersonic speed, running shot, etc. Alright, next booster. Put that on the floor. We've got another Moira X. So we've seen her already once. We've got Proteus as our rare. We've got, let's do this. We got Douglock, Sunspot, and Forge. Alright, so we'll take Moira out, put her to the side, since we've already seen her. Start with Douglock, I guess. I'm just going to put that while I pop these out. Douglock can use Techno-Organic Shifting, Shape Change, Protected Outwit. That's on the Shape Change only. Techno-Organic Replication. When Douglock uses Shape Change and succeeds, you may choose a standard power the attacker can use, and Douglock can use a power this game. Alright, so when he hits his Shape Changes, he's really making you pay. He's gaining the power, and you know, hopefully it's a good one. Wow, look at that long dial for 60 points. Oh, and the Scott, I love the Scotty Young cover, actually. Scotty Young's one of my favorite artists. Wow. Not a lot more to say about that. Trade a shape change that you can't outwit, and then if you hit shape change, it gains a power from your card. Now, if there's ways to increase shape change rolls, that'd be cool. Proteus was we'll do Proteus last because it's the rare. Forge. Forge has Mutant CIA shared trait, Technopath, Perplex, When Forge uses it to target another character that shares 2+ keywords, he may modify the chosen value except damage +2 instead. And then there's his back of his card, 60 points. Man, that Doug lock, how many clicks of life? 8 clicks of life for 60 points? And that back dial steel energy, that's pretty nasty. There's Forge. We'll do Sunspot. Sunspot has just a basic dial, no special powers. I do see some pulse wave, some charge on there. See, charge and pulse wave, it's cool, but I mean, for 35 points, you can't be real upset. It's got leadership, but it's tough when you see the powers that don't work together like that. But we got Sunspot. I always like Sunspot. Used to play him way back in the day, the experience version. There's a lot of fun. We've got Proteus, who's another one of the 5. When a friendly character when a friendly character is chosen for the Kraken Revival trait, during next turn, that character deals penetrating damage and modifies damage +1. Wow, that's pretty good. He's got Stop Click with Mastermind. He's got Exploit Weakness, Perplex. When Proteus uses Perplex, after resolutions, you may move the target 1 square. Okay. Now we're seeing some combos with some figures from the Fantastic Four set. Like the Venom Groot. He's got 65 points. Charge Impervious. Pretty decent dial there. And got that. Alright, booster 3. Almost halfway home. No super rares yet, no primes. That's okay. Ooh, that is a very nice Iceman sculpt. I'm assuming that's Iceman. Yeah, it is. That will be our rare, so fitting sculpt for a rare. Let's see. Let's do Sage, since her dial is pretty basic while I unbox this. Sage has the Mutant CIA share trait, leadership and outwit as a special power on her damage slot, and the X-Men team ability. $40 points. Sidestep Telekinesis. Telekinesis is always a good power, good for getting your characters into range to attack. And we've already seen her sculpt because it's the same as the Fast Forces, I believe. Yes, it is. We'll do Domino. Again, we've already seen her sculpt because she was in the Fast Forces. The Mutant CI shared trait. Free choose one. Energy Explosion. Incapacitate with 2 targets. Or Penetrating Psychic Blast. She can use that power this turn. Alright. So seeing through, hindering, having some good ranged abilities with running shot and probability control. Definitely a good piece here. I really like this version of Domino. We've got Polaris. Polaris has once per turn when an opposing... Oh, it's her father's legacy, which is Magneto. Once per turn when an opposing character is placed after resolutions, you may place that character up to 2 squares away from the current square. And then she's got Energy Explosion and Knockback. There's the back of her dial. Back of her card, I mean, showing her dial. There's her figure. Alright, next up we have Chamber. Chamber has trait Here's to Pacifism. He's got Shape Change. Chamber can't attack unless a friendly character was attacked since your last turn, or he's the only character left on your force. Okay, so he doesn't want to attack. My body is just a shell for psionic energy. When Chamber is KO'd, by an opposing character's attack. After resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to each character within 3 squares and his protective pulsar. So when he gets knocked out, he makes everybody pay. Now he doesn't attack, but he does have stealth, and he does have poison, and he does have enhancement. I mean, he attacks, but there's conditions. Alright, so chamber. Now this sculpt looks pretty similar to the sculpt from X-Men Xavier's school, but these are slightly bigger, more clearly done sculpts. I don't know if I can get that in focus. And then the last one we have is Iceman, who's a rare. This is limbs freeze and shatter. When an opposing character within 6 squares misses Iceman, give that character a frozen limb token. Characters with 1+ frozen limb tokens modify attack -1. When a character with a frozen limb token hits Iceman, remove its frozen limb tokens. And he's got Ice Shell, which gives him barrier, toughness, energy shield, deflection. And he's got running shot, psychic blast. He's got his defensive shell, barrier shell, and enhancement. A lot of enhancement so far in this set. There's this beautiful sculpt. This is a much larger sculpt. You can tell these are much larger than the previous sculpts that we were getting, which is a big part of this set. Alright, booster 4, we gotta get something soon. Super rare or bust. Oh, there's a super rare. Is that Black Tom? Yeah, that's my boy Black Tom Cassidy. Alright, and we've got also Hepzibah, who the last time we saw Hepzibah was, I think, Critical Mass? It's been a very long time. Polaris, who we already saw. Sage, who we also already saw. So we've got 3 new characters that we haven't pulled yet to check out, which is Cypher, Black Tom was our super rare for this booster, and Hepzibah. So let's put Polaris and Sage to the side. Starting to accumulate a mess here. Alright, we'll start with Cypher. Now Cypher from Giant Size X-Men is my all-time favorite figure to play. So I'm excited. Every time we see Cypher, I'm excited to see what he does. I've designed all of Krakoa's defenses. Barrier, toughness. When Cypher uses barrier, after resolutions, you may knock back any number of opposing characters adjacent to his barrier markers 2 squares each. Wow. That's really good. He's got improved targeting characters and hindering. He's got telekinesis and perplex also for 35 points. And sidestep. Wow. That piece, I'll be playing. I'll be playing this piece a lot. I love Cypher. I love this ability. It's really good. Combos well with things like Venom Groot or what's the girl's name? Valeria from the Fantastic Four set. And unless they get changed, they are on the watch list. Hepzibah, fastest of the swashbuckling space pirates. She's got sidestep and perplex, and she may use her perplex a second time each turn, only to target another friendly character with the Starjammers keyword. So Starjammers would be like Shatterstar and characters like him. So maybe we'll see Shatterstar in this set. Fancy footwork, charge. When she hits after resolution, she may move up to 3 squares. She's got improved movement with hindering and characters. Oh wow. So she's got charge, blades, and exploit weakness. If I'm not mistaken, all can be used together, which is really good, especially if you roll really high with single D6 rolls. Some people, they just seem to roll super high all the time. She's got like her fighting stance ready to go. Pretty cool. And then we have Black Tom Cassidy, one of my favorite guys. I love him in the cartoon series. Mutant CIA trait at one with the island, of course, meaning Krakoa. Shape change, but only if Black Tom occupies hindering terrain. Krakoan defense system, sidestep, free. If Black Tom occupies hindering terrain, Black Tom place Black Tom in a square of hindering terrain within 5 squares. So he can jump around from spot to spot on the map. 4 damage for 65 points with exploit weakness and 11 attack. I like that. That is really good. Never complain about a base 4 damage. And then here's his sculpt. Really nice. I like Black Tom. So we got 1 super rare so far. Usually get a few in a brick. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking rare. Got some Krakoan Revival Bystanders, I see. We've got another Beast. We've got another Cypher. Which Beast is the first time we pulled him in the regular brick, but we have seen the sculpt. We've got Professor X, Tempus, Beast, Cypher, Rachel Gray. Ooh, a Professor X team up card. Definitely gonna take a look at that. Got the Krakoan Revival Bystanders card, which we've already seen, so we don't need to look at that again. Let's start with Beast. Beast has the Mutant CIA trait, improved movement for elevated, and other than that, just standard attack, just standard powers. It's got the X-Men team ability, which of course gives you a chance to heal. Let's see if we can pull Charles out without breaking him. And there's his dial. Charge, leadership, toughness, gets perplex. Pretty straightforward dial. Standard melee piece. I've already seen the sculpt, I think. Yeah, same sculpt. Cypher we already saw. We'll do Rachel Gray. And Rachel, again, same as Beast. Very basic dial. Or basic powers, I mean. Telekinesis for 40 points. Force Blast, Super Senses Enhancement. Kind of like a standard Jean Grey piece there. We oftentimes see Jean has Telekinesis, some way to boost characters, and Force Blast. Because you know with Telekinesis you can move people around. So there's the Rachel Gray. Similar sculpt to Marvel Girl, not quite the same. We've got Tempus. When a friendly character is chosen for the Krakoan Revival trait, opposing characters can't use probability control until the end of your next turn, so she's one of the 5. She's unstuck in time. She can use probability control, but may use it in any number of times per turn, targeting a different character each time. When she uses it, except the first time this turn, after resolutions, roll a d6. On a 1 and 2, deal her 1 unavoidable damage, and remove her from the map. If you do, at the beginning of your turn, an opponent chooses a character on the map, place her adjacent to that character. Okay. Some phasing, incapacitate. Alright, so we've got 2 Professor X's cards. Obviously one is the team up and one is not. So we'll take a look at both briefly. So both versions have the Krakoan Revival trait, which we already know refers to the card. Professor X says, bartering pharmaceutical breakthroughs for Krakoan sovereignty. Free. Choose an opposing character not on its starting click. That character's controller may heal that character 1 click. If they do, until your next turn, the chosen character can't attack. If they don't, roll a d6. 3 through 6, heal 1 click on a friendly character that is equal to or less points than the chosen character. While you slept, the world changed. Mind control, stealth. When Professor X uses mind control, he has improved targeting, everything but blocking. There's his dial. And then now we'll look at the team up card. The team up card says team up Illuminati theme team. If 1+ friendly characters with the Illuminati keyword are on the map, equipped opposing characters can't have their combat values positively modified. Wow. Krakoan revival trait we knew, and then the bartering pharmaceutical sovereignty is the same trait that he already had. Wow, we gotta go to the back of the card to see the other stuff. So he has a while you slept, the world changed, same thing. Of course, same dial. But that's really good. With people, who play competitively, putting a lot of focus on equipping characters, you're going to see that he's not allowing them to have their values modified. And this is the marquee figure on the booster box too, if you see the front. So pretty cool. Pretty impressed with that one, and excited to see the return of team up cards. Now we've got them in the Marvel sets. Alright, see Jubilee? Is that Jubilee? It is. Alright, we got another Beast common, another Psylocke common, which we've already seen both of those. We've got another Sunspot, this time an uncommon. Shard is a new figure we haven't seen yet. And while we're unboxing, we'll take a look at Shard. Shard has a trait holographic sentience and photonic absorption, which is energy shield deflection. When she's targeted by a range attack after resolutions, choose one, heal 1 click. She can use range, combat expert until the end of your turn. Or your next turn. Wow. So 2 turns. There's her dial. PD team ability. I haven't seen that on the set yet. Pretty nice. We already saw Cyclops. We already saw Beast. Jubilee is a super rare, so got another super rare. Here's Sunspot. Absorb energy. When Sunspot is targeted by a range attack after resolutions, heal him 1 click and remove an action token from him. So, not if he's hit, just if he's targeted. Financing many teams these days. Leadership. Once per turn for all friendly characters with this power. When another friendly character that shares a keyword is given a second action token after resolutions, you may roll a d6. On a 4 through 6, heal that character 1 click. A lot of healing on this Sunspot. He's got the team ability. 4 damage on this one, on his top dial. So he's got a melee piece, charge, poison, combat reflexes, or you've got a ranged attacker with running shot, psychic blast, and energy shield deflection. It's up to you how you want to use him. Here's a couple. Here's Shard. Oh. Here's Sunspot. In his power suit there. And then we've got Jubilee. She's got Excalibur, Mystical Protector's trait. She's got Mystics, but only triggers during range attacks, and she has Protected Mystics. You're not a human baby. Running shot, flight, the giant symbol. Jubilee has Protected Outwit and Pulse Wave. That's on her speed power. She's got Dragon Fire, Modify Range +3, Penetrating Psychic Blast. Free, remove all non-debris terrain markers within range from the map. Shogo's transformation. Free once per game for all friendly characters with this power. If it's your 5th turn or later, or the map's name includes Otherworld, turn Jubilee to click number 7. Okay, I'm gonna guess her click number 7's, yeah, has the special powers. That makes sense. So for 50 points, you start off with Sidestep, Energy Explosion, and Energy Shield Deflection with her special damage. And then, of course, if you click her to 7, she becomes a lot more to deal with. So a very cool piece. I always like the wild dial type characters that jump around on their dials. Alright, very cool piece for Jubilee. We're going to go to the next booster. Got 4 to go, 3 after this one. Got another Professor X, who we've already seen. You don't normally get the same rare twice in a brick that I recall. So, pretty interesting. Oh, we got Corsair, who was probably a Starjammer. Got another Rachel Gray. Got Zorn, Professor X, and the Krakoan, which we've already seen. So, let's just take out Zorn and the Corsair. Yeah, you can already feel these. Like, look, he reaches over the top, so they are much bigger in size than the other figures. So we'll take a look at Corsair really quickly. Corsair has the leader of the swashbuckling space pirates, leadership and probability control. Once per turn, you may re-roll the attack roll of a friendly character with a Starjammers keyword. And then just a basic dial. And then here's his sculpt. Just kind of telling his team where to go as the leader of the team. And we've got Zorn, who I believe is Magneto. No, oh, this is a different version. Quan Yin Zorn. Zorn's got Gravity Well, which is plasticity and knockback. And when Zorn knocks back an opposing character, reverse the direction of knockback. They are knocked back towards him. Okay. Event Horizon, Energy Shield Deflection, Toughness. Opposing characters within 4 squares and line of fire must break away as if they were adjacent to Zorn. Okay, so he's like a black hole, basically. He's got Running Shot, Telekinesis, Invulnerability, and Leadership. That's like a really old school, like Magneto type dial. You would see like all silver on his dial. Then you got Sidestep, Telekinesis, and his special. The rest of the game, he kind of goes back and forth between TK and Pulse Wave, Sidestep, and Running Shot. Very cool. I love these like throwbacks to the older figures. I was recently going through my collection and I come across a lot of old uniques. Before they were super rares, we got uniques and REV figures, which is it's just a lot of fun. So seeing these, oh, we got a Prime. Seeing these is definitely pretty cool throwback. We got another Rachel Gray, Dr. Alia Gregor, Elixir, Tessa, and Emperor Vulcan, the rare Prime. Okay, so we got a rare Prime. So may not get a chase this brick, but we got a rare Prime. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with figures in general. We love new releases. So all right. This guy, like these sculpts, when you see them in person, they're huge. Like for just a regular rare, like that's pretty big. It's almost the size of his card, you know. So we'll start with Elixir, who's one of the 5. When a friendly character is chosen for the Krakoan Revival trait, After resolutions, heal each character adjacent to them 1 click. Okay. Omega level healing support by Elixir and his target may be adjacent to opposing characters. And when a friendly character uses the X-Men team ability, increase their die result by +2. Okay, so he makes it really easy to heal. 12 attack, so he's not missing on his support rolls. 0 damage. And then late down, he's got the big 4 damage with 9 attack. So, it's up to you if you want to deal with him or not. Ideally, if you're trying to get him off the map, you want to do it in 1 turn. Otherwise, he's going to heal up. We've got Dr. Alia Gregor, Science Commander of Orcus, Leadership, unique modifier, friendly bystanders within 5 squares, modify their combat values +1. Okay, not bad. For 20 points, not bad. So a lot of like twisting with in these where they're like turning and their hair's whipping or their cloak or whatever they're wearing. We've got Tessa, who is Sage. Jumpstart mutant abilities. Perplex. She's got a unique modifier. When Tessa uses it to target another friendly character with the X-Men keyword, you may instead modify all of their combat values +1. If you do, that character gains protected outwit until your next turn, and at the end of your turn, deal that character 1 unavoidable damage. Okay, so that's actually like good and bad. You get obviously the +1 all values and the protected, but you can also use it to activate, you know, what we would call activate characters who really benefit from being on Click 2, like your Immortal Hulk, for example. And you know, we haven't seen a lot in this set, but you can use that to get characters to Clix where you want them, which is pretty cool. 65 points. Here's the dial. So we're seeing a lot of synergy with other sets with this set. So it's a really exciting thing when you know you can buy figures or boosters and add them on to your already existing collection and really enhance your teams, which is pretty cool feeling to have. Emperor Vulcan, he's got the Omega level energy manipulation, which is pulse wave, and he can reduce penetrating damage and has protected pulse wave. Nice. Cloaked and destructive energy, stop invulnerability. Majestor of the Shi'ar Empire, leadership. When another friendly character that shares a keyword KOs an opposing character, after resolutions, remove an action token from that character and Emperor Vulcan. So even if Emperor Vulcan doesn't knock them out, he benefits from the KO, and he, you know, with his 12 attack and 4 damage, he can hit hard and leave another character to finish him off, and he'll still benefit from removing the tokens. So you get your team perpetually moving like that. So that's pretty good. He's got the cosmic, what's it called? Cosmic energy trait or team ability. Sorry. So and a very long 10-click dial. He does have 2-point values and come in at 90 points with the hypersonic. Still 4 damage, but this time only 11 attack. But either way, that seems pretty good to me. I would definitely play this piece. Gonna be tough to deal with in sealed for sure. Keywords he has are Shi'ar, Cosmic, Ruler, and Imperial Guard. So Cosmic and Ruler, not very hard keywords to theme with. You can definitely make a theme team with them pretty easily. And you know, just keep those tokens off. We got gold balls, looks like. I'm not sure if that's what he's called in this set. He's called Egg in this set. Prestige, we've already seen Elixir, Cypher, and Psylocke. So we'll just take out the 2 we haven't seen, which are Egg and Prestige. So, oh, Oh, Prestige and a rare. Looked like a common. We'll start with Egg. Egg has the 5. When a friendly character is chosen for the Kraken Revival trait, after resolutions, may generate 3 light objects in a single square adjacent to that character. Eggs to spare, free, generate a light object. So he makes objects. It's got barrier for 5 clicks of life for 25 points and barrier. That can definitely be useful. I can see him taking up some spots on teams that need a couple turns to get set up. Got like that dad bod Spider-Man look going. We've got Prestige. We've got I can still feel the Phoenix when I'm alone. Stop, Toughness, Willpower. This is Rachel Summers. Omega, level Empath, and Psionic Shielding. Outwit. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose a friendly character within range and line of fire that shares a keyword. Until your next turn, that character has protected Outwit. So you can choose a friendly character that includes herself. 75 points. Not bad. There's a lot of protected Outwit in this set. A lot of protected Outwit. Got looks like Mr. Sinister. We've got another Moira X. We've got another Forge, another Shard. We've got Raza and Mr. Sinister. And we got a team up card for Mr. Sinister. Awesome. So we'll check those out. See if we can get them out without breaking them. Sometimes you gotta go through the top. Alright. So let's start with Raza because he's got less text. Raza is a rare. Deadliest on the swashbuckling space pirates. Precision strike Empower. When Raza uses Empower, friendly characters with the Starjammers keyword modify damage +2 instead. He's got parry and riposte. Super senses, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. When Raza evades an attack, after resolutions, deal damage to the attacker equal to the printed damage value. Here's his dial. 45 points. So the Starjammers definitely feel like you can play them all on a 300-point team. Here's his sculpt. We've got Mr. Sinister, who's got the Kraken Revival trait, which you already know what it does. Collecting samples to learn how to replicate powers. Outwit. When Mr. Sinister uses it and chooses a standard power the target he can use a chosen power until your next turn. If the targeted character has an X-Men keyword, choose an adjacent friendly character to also use the chosen power until your next turn. Okay, so you can steal powers and give them to friendly characters. And then he's got his team up card that teams up with Exodus or Mystique. It says if 1+ listed friendly character are on the map, Mr. Sinister and listed friendly characters can use shape change. If they all are on the map, opposing characters within 3 squares on line of fire can't use plasticity, penetrating psychic blast, mastermind, and shape change. So it turns off all the dark blue powers. After revealing forces. Okay, so that's just the standard text. Alright. So, gives them shape change, takes away shape change. So, if you're relying on shape change, you better hope you don't go against this guy. So, we'll review really quickly our bigger hits. We got Jubilee, we got Emperor Vulcan Prime, we've got Black Tom as their super rare. I think that's our only 2 super rares. Yep, only 2 super rares in this brick, but we did get the prime rare, which is cool. We got also Rogue from the Play at Home kit. So that's it. That's all we got today, guys. Thanks for watching. Be on the lookout for House of X coming in December. All the release info will be in the description below. Until next time, remember, the real fun begins when you're 2 clicks from KO.